So, what's up, everyone? This is Kenya. I am super excited. We're back with our third cover story for our women's edition of All Things Loop, the magazine. And today we have Miss Siobhan Francis. So, where did your love for flowers come from? An African American woman, flowers. We don't really hear about things like that. So, where did your love?
It came from accessory. So I've always, since I was a little girl, I always loved an accessory of some sort. And I learned how to accessorize my house with flowers. I would go to the grocery store, Trader Joe's, wherever, and buy flowers every week for my weekly grocery budget. And when I started putting it together and enjoying it more, I was like, okay, this could actually be something. And people started paying.
Wow.
And kind of here we are today.
So who is Siobhan? Like behind like what was your upbringing? How did all this come to pass?
Yeah. So if I could describe myself in one word, I would definitely say laughter. I am a silly, easygoing person. I say I have two sides to me. I'm silly, easygoing, but and then on the other side, I'm very analytical, very data driven, which helps with flowers, right? I think that just stemmed from both sides of my family, my mom and my dad. Like my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, she was a principal and very educated PhD woman. And my paternal grandmother, she owned a beauty shop all her life. So she was that entrepreneur, right? That side of me, but then also that creative side too. So I would say on both sides of my family, I kind of get that businessy Siobhan and that very silly, easygoing. Like I really, my favorite thing to do was a good cat. So.
Good hacker.
So yeah.
Yeah. The word flourish means growth and beauty. So what does that hold for you personally?
This journey of owning a flower shop and being an entrepreneur allows me to grow in a way that I probably could never do in my corporate job. I've always been very structured. I went to college at this time, did this, I became an accountant, yada, yada, yada. But in this season of my life, I'm able to grow and kind of make some mistakes and be okay with that. Because I think oftentimes in my corporate career and in that realm, I was very buy the book, do this, very risk averse, right? But this is probably one of the biggest risks I've taken in my whole life. And I don't think I would have taken a risk like this if I was still in a traditional structure of what I think my career trajectory should be.
Yeah. Let's talk about like just that jump from corporate America. Listen, corporate America to like full-time entrepreneurship. Yeah. I know there was a lot of doubt, maybe.
It's
still there every day.
Honestly, every day. I won't say that I don't believe, but it's both that faith and fear at the same time, working together to create something beautiful, to create something meaningful. But I was looking back the other day into my photo album, and I was just looking at the journey before we got into the grand opening, and some of those memories I forgot. So I'm still even every day being like, wow, picture myself like I have a whole business, people that are expecting me to run the business, show up, be able to pay them, as well as still living like my personal life, which I think is something that I battled with in the beginning. Like, I've taken this big risk. I've done all the risks I can take. Now I'm like, I've taken this risk. I'm a little bit more cautious. Yeah. But now I think in 2026, I have opened up to where I'm like, okay, you just got to go for it.
Yeah.
So.
How do you feel your background in accounting and finance has helped you run Fleurish?
I will say that what I would say makes me different as a florist. I might not be the best designer, but when it comes to optimization of recipes and figuring out how we can get you the best product, that's where my strong suit comes in. Because let's say you have an event and you say, this is my budget. Well, I know just based on pricing and numbers, because I'm really good at that, what can work best.
Yeah.
So that has helped me create beautiful designs as well as a forecast for its place, and then pricing out things. So that's kind of where I would say my difference is from other florists. I'm conceptualizing the numbers, not just the design.
Yeah, I love it. Tell us about like the creative design and the process that goes in from when someone comes in and places an order, how they want it to look. Like, what is the creative process for you and even your team? How does that go?
So the biggest thing here outside design is customer service. Just like when you came in, Maya instantly spoke and greeted you. That's what we want you to feel here. We want you to feel welcome, hospitable. So even before you think about what type of flower you like, at the door we meet you with that love. Yeah. And then from there, we take into consideration budget again, because that's how we operate. And the biggest thing that we love here is drama, texture, color, as well as size. Everything doesn't have to be big. You can make something beautiful that's small but mighty. And then we have a science to it, right? You want something linear, you want something round, you want something with movement.
I wouldn't know none of it.
Yeah, so I will definitely say, like, outside of our aesthetic, there is a science behind floral design. And the biggest thing I would tell people is diversity. Just like you want diversity in your team, you want diversity in your flower arrangement.
Yeah. I love it. Like you were saying flower, I was like, well, I don't know, just do something really nice.
Correct. Right? And so that's the thing we'll ask you, right? You can come in and know, oh, hey, I want this pink anthurium with the blue delphinium and things like that. We have customers that know exactly what they want. And then we just have some customers that say, here's my budget, make something beautiful. And we love both of them because, we have the flexibility when you don't know, but then also we have, a little bit of heat under our belt. When you know exactly what you want, we gotta make it beautiful in that same regard. So
I heard that you were looking for you do things for churches as well. Wow. How does that process go? Is it the same process as well?
Yeah, I would say depending on what it's for. So right now we're creating a standing spray for funeral arrangement, or for funeral, I'm sorry, but that would be at a church. You can have something like that, whether it's hanging or just sitting on an altar. So I will say, when you design whatever the event is, you use the same principles. I know sometimes people get in this typical, oh, well, this design is only for wedding. This is only for, there's really, if you're a good florist and you can create things, I can give you that same arrangement I gave you for a wedding. That same bouquet, you could just go home to sit at your kitchen table yourself.
I know you have worked for Amazon and McDonald's and just to name a few, but how do you feel their relationships have really helped you, assist you as you have been doing Fleurish?
Yes.
And how important are they?
Super important. I would say networking, social capital is, one of those things that you don't think about when you're opening a business. You think about actual monetary revenue being capital, right? But social capital has definitely helped me a lot in this business, even before, like when I was doing that in my condo, right? It's very important to garner true relationships, not just relationships for a dollar, but my church has been very supportive. My friends, people I don't even know, friends of friends have, sent my information to their job or a colleague, or, someone walking down the street and said, hey, I know people that buy flowers all the time. Let me take a card. So it's been huge. Even before we got on this interview, I had a colleague text me like, hey, I know, a past colleague from Amazon, like, I'm going to support you next month for International Women's Month. So
that's good.
Yeah, just making sure that you're genuine. That's my biggest thing. Is like, if I can just be the most genuine person, I know for sure the revenue.
And that's so good. I don't think people understand. I think people understand a relationship, but I don't think people understand genuine relationship, and it's a bit different. A relationship, don't call me just when you need something. But call me just to check on me, call me to see how I'm doing, how business going, how can I support it as she did. So relationships are so important.
And even I know people are always like, I want to, stop in, but I wasn't buying anything. This space has been created honestly to gather as well too. So if you're just in the neighborhood, you have, 15 minutes, you just want to stop in, sit down and have a quick conversation. I enjoy that too, right? I'm not always here. My team will say, hey, somebody came to visit you today, but you weren't here. So if that is something that people want to do too, I'm okay with that. It's not always transactional. So
I've seen that you do workshops here. The last one was a flooring workshop?
Yes, we did one for Valentine's Day, which was great.
So what other workshops do you have?
So in March 8th for International Women's Month, we'll be doing a hand-tied arrangement, which is like our signature style. We do vase arrangements here a lot, but we love to be able to hold, or I love for my team, to be able to hold a beautiful design in their hand and create it there, and then maybe put it in a vase or wrap it. So you're going to learn our favorite style of design, which is hand-tied bouquets. And in April, we're going to do a bridal bouquet workshop. So it's very similar to a hand tie, but not as dramatic. So our hand ties get, it's long, things draping. Everyone doesn't want that bridal bouquet. So we're going to do that. And then Mother's Day, we're going to have a mommy and me glasses for any kid of any age. If you were 72 and you want to bring your mom in design, or your babies too, and you want to bring your babies in design.
I love that. I'll make sure I share that. Definitely. My daughter's only one, so not yet. This is the Bronzeville area. What does it mean for you to be in this area?
So it means a lot because I live in this neighborhood. So this isn't just a place I drove by and I saw was vacant. This is actually like my home too. I live very close. I won't share how close, but pretty close. And Bronzeville is such a beautiful neighborhood. It's so rich in culture, rich in people. Great food is here. So I wanted to be a part of that, if I can be honest with you, right? I wanted to, again, accessorize, bring more beauty, enhance the beauty of the neighborhood that already has the most beauty in the city. So
looking ahead 3 to 5 years with Fleurish Chicago, where do you see it going?
It's just so crazy because every business mentor person asks me this, and I'm like, to be honest, I don't know. I can tell you the end result. I would like to see a Fleurish Atlanta, Fleurish LA, Fleurish NYC, Fleurish, Orlando, right? And I think the next 3 to 5 years is going to be figuring out how to grow exponentially, and get bigger systems in place, connect with the right people. So honestly, I'm in limbo for that, but I can tell you kind of where, if you ask me in 50 years, maybe where I want Fleurish to be, and honestly, not even that long, maybe in 20 years, kind of where I want it to be. But 3 to 5, I think at that point, I'll finally be an expert of entrepreneurship. So I'm hoping for excellence in that time. So
I love it. So what does Siobhan do outside of Fleurish Chicago to bring her joy?
Yes. Okay. So I love dogs.
Really?
I do. Like I love I stop people on the street to play with their dogs. So yes, it is. It is.
And you would have said cat, I was like, no, Siobhan.
I can't trust people with a cat.
Yeah.
So if I'm not babysitting a dog, I'm actually in the process of getting my own dog. 2 dogs. Rescuing 2 dogs. So yes, CBD, hopefully pretty soon when this interview comes out, I will have 2 little puppies. But that's what I like to do. I like to spend time with my family. I enjoy cooking. I'm not the best cook. I love ice cream. I'm about to start making my own ice cream.
Good.
So just little things like that. I love to lay on the couch. Because sometimes I'm busy, or oftentimes I'm busy and tired. And I play tennis. That's something too. Like I play tennis twice a week right now. So that's like my favorite thing to do for exercise. So
good. My last one. I know that a lot of people are just starting business here and there, but what sets you apart from everyone else? Like what sets Siobhan apart and Fleurish Chicago from the other flower shops that maybe around the corner, maybe even in Atlanta? So,
I would say in business in general, if I to my own horn, there's not going to be anyone like me, right? So I will say, like, my analytical background helps a lot, but then also the level of excellence that we provide here. We try to make sure that we respond quickly, because whether you're designing for a wedding or for a funeral or just for an everyday, this is a big deal, right? I recognize that disposable income is low for everybody across America, right? So I don't take that for granted, and I'm not saying other businesses do, but there's no one that you're not going to get the same Siobhan experience, whether I was selling shoes or bricks or flowers. So
how can we support you?
I would definitely say word of mouth is everything. When you talk to someone, whether they buy flowers once a year or once a week, send them to us. And not just because of the business, right? But because we really, really, really love that connection. And we like to be able to take someone's simple idea and turn it into something even bigger. And then we host workshops a lot, and that is something that is expensive to do, but we love to do it. We still love to connect and then create. It gives us the best of both worlds.
I think the workshops are great because, as I stated,
little girls need to have something to do outside of a traditional basketball, maybe cheerleading, which nothing is wrong with any of those. But to come in to learn about different types of flowers, to learn about the hand ties that you got, I'm like, I didn't even know that. You know, I would have loved to even if it's just, just to expose them to something different. I think that would be amazing.
For sure. Yeah. I think again, like I said, whether I'm selling flowers or selling a widget, I think there's something to show young girls that you don't just have to be kind of whatever you're being told you have to be, right? I grew up wanting to be an educator. And although it wasn't traditional, I don't think I'm a traditional educator, I'm still in the process of educating people. I did that in my corporate job, right? Whether it was training, trying to even do that within Fleurish with my team, and then just educating the masses in general, whether it's entrepreneurship, business, whatever the case may be. So.
I love it. How can we follow you on all social media platforms? And I know you have a website.
Yes, so it's flourishchicago.com for the website. And then on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, it's just Flourish Chicago. And then we're located at 752 East 43rd Street in Chicago, Illinois.
So you guys go follow Siobhan, go look at her TikTok, and then come and call and order something.
Have me on the call. We love when you call us.
Really?
Because it eliminates the idea of the limbo on the website. And we think we've done a great job of making it pretty streamlined, but shoot us a call, even text us. People don't know that you can text us too. Okay. But whatever way is easiest for you, we enjoy that. We meet you where you are.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining us with me. I enjoy it. This is amazing. Like for African American Black, this is amazing. And I'm so honored that you allowed me to come in.
Of course. Yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you guys for driving in, taking your time. I love it. So.
Thank you. So until next time, guys.